A suicide is an event that affects more than just family. It affects workmates, it affects school children, teachers. If a single death can affect up to 20, perhaps 50 people, then the community really needs to get talking about it. Both my daughter and my son died 10 years ago by suicide. It's changed our whole lives, it's changed our future, it's changed our present, it's changed everything we think about and the way we do things. We'd been to Geelong to the Span Walk there and had decided that we would like to do something like that here in Bendigo. Bet Phillips from Work-Related Grief Support and I came to see Rod Case from Bendigo Advertiser and talked about it, and between us we organised to have people come here and talk about starting a span up in Bendigo, and it started from there.
It was a great cause, something newspapers have probably traditionally shied away from talking about suicide, but it's clear that that needed to change, and certainly the message coming from the public is that that needed to change. There's a real genuine concern about suicide in the community that doesn't get spoken about, and I suppose to see those people come together in a series of regular meetings and really have a desire to make a difference and to change attitudes towards suicide was pretty incredible, and that, I guess, fueled the Bendigo Advertiser's role and made us even more determined to make this walk happen and to try and ensure that the community was informed about suicide and the things that can be done, made more aware about it, and that's what we've tried to do ever since.
Last year's walk was really successful because we had, in the whole event, we had basically close to 500 people participate in the walk, and people came from the region and from Melbourne, all that sort of thing, and it was really successful in that sense. And compared to what Geelong did 3-4 years ago, to have close to 500 people turn up at a community event, particularly around this subject in a fairly public area, was actually quite inspiring, and just to be involved in the whole thing was, I think, was pretty special. So we're hoping to build on that.
The thing that comes to the fore all the time in this discussion is that there's a stigma attached to suicide, which is very sad, and I think one of the things we can do as a newspaper is to keep talking about suicide and tell the community that there should be no stigma attached to this. We need to look at ways to prevent it, and we need to look at ways to support people who experience suicide in their family or workplace or school, and that's what we're trying to do by raising this awareness. And the more we do that, hopefully the more people we get to, and the more people that we educate, and hopefully the community slowly becomes better equipped to deal with suicide and the impact that it has on people.
There is light at the end of the tunnel, and you may never get to a place where you were before, but you can have a happy life. And people who are in the community, I would say the biggest message is to take notice of what's happening around you with your family members and friends.